Hello, everybody in YouTube. This is Lolly Sailor, and I'm here to do a review slash theory about the live action version in Alice in Borderland. And you know what? I actually like it. I know, I know some people don't like the live action version of some of these uh anime movies, but hear me out. I'm gonna tell you the reasons why I like it. I there at the reason why I like Borderland. Oh my goodness, not this inspiration day crap. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Stupid computer feel like they need to do that. Well, that kind of ruined my video a little bit. Oh wait, let me try again. So the reason why I like it because I like the thrill of of these death games and these characters. I know some people usually don't like certain live action versions of these anime, either, and I can see why. Either they don't like how certain characters are portrayed. Is either there's stupid, horrible CGI, or they add unnecessary background stories for them, or they leak on certain scenes way too long. But the so since I didn't read the manga, I don't have any high expectations or low expectations. I just go for it and just watch it. And so far I do like it. Maybe but the and I know some people probably don't like certain things what's going on with the live action. Uh like there are like certain scenes that there's some things that didn't like they didn't do certain things from the manga version, which is fine. I didn't read the manga because I guess if I did read it, maybe there's some things that might bother me. But I'm not gonna be one of those reviewers that's gonna be have angry wins, be 100% positive, 100% negative, because I am being neutral about this whole thing, and I wanna tell how my opinions, cause and I'm not gonna put any spoilers either, cause cause if some of you should watch it, but if you guys don't want to watch it, that's fine. You guys don't have to. It's not my job to make you guys, any of you, feel a certain way about this show, cause I just got done watching season 1, and I'm about to watch season 2 real soon. Because it's up to you that any of you want to watch this live action or not. Once again, I'm not here to tell any of you to not watch it, not and or not. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTube influencers that tell you what to do, or when you're gonna watch it. All I'm trying to do is say stuff how much I like the show, and yeah, because I feel like they got some of the source material right, in my opinion. Even I didn't read the manga. I feel like there's some faithful stuff there that's inside the show, and and what comes to certain Japanese studios, I think I get the feeling they have to at least make some things different from the manga to fresh up the story. I think that there is a reason behind these changes because either there's some places they're not allowed to film, or there's had to or it's had to do something to do with the actors want to act a certain way, or or hmm, or there's some problems with with the CGI and all that stuff. But I feel like this like one of the some of these live actions are actually good. Probably not the greatest. Sorry about that. Probably not the greatest. You know. I mean, it's really up to anyone who like this. Like, if this version of this Alice in Borderland, I'm not trying to say it's the greatest, maybe, but it's good. And and to be honest, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If they're gonna if any studio is gonna make a live action anime, I rather have a Japanese studio make a live action than American. Because I remember watching the American version of live action Death Note, and we all know what happened. That turned out to be. It was terrible. It was awful. Uh, and I don't know what they do to barbecue Cowboy Bebop. I almost messed up the title there. Sorry about that. I don't know what to do with it, but I get a weird feeling they made it boring. So I rather trust Japanese studios. Even what if they did some things that's bad, we should know that American studios would just make things 10 times worse. Like y'all know what I mean? Cause cause whoever in charge, they're doing like a American version of any anime or manga. You know full well they're just gonna make it either so make the characters bland, make the writing would be stupid bad, and they put certain changes this would appeal a certain audience, and we know full well that these people do not waste their money on anything. Just pretending they're happy that their messages are there. Now I do not want to go in that rabbit hole right now because I don't care about these people. So yeah, now I do want to talk about because this got me very hyped, and I can't wait to watch season 2. And it seems the anime is coming this year. So far, it's only 3 episodes, and assuming they're going to upload more. So yeah, I can't wait to see the difference between what they did, the live action version did, and what the anime did. Because I know some people probably think the manga and the anime is better than what they're doing in the live action. But once again, I'm not here to change people's mind about this show. It's up to y'all. This is your choice. It's really up to any of you who wants to watch the show and uh, and see how any of you like it or not. Because who knows? Maybe it's like one of those things. Like there are some things that the live action did something better than the certain things that the both both the anime and the manga did, or maybe there's some things that the anime and the manga did better than the live action. Because once again, I am neutral. I'm not gonna try to hype this up or be 100% negative because I don't want people to think, you know, I'm doing this to get lots of views. Because some odd reason, some people like people being all negative and saying some crap and insulting people. I don't do that. I'm I'm not a I may not be a what you call a big YouTube user, but there's some things I will do it. I just want to say I really do like the show. I really do. So the so there's some things I actually do like from the live action, and I can't wait to see the how to see the anime. I know it could be one of those things like, oh man, you should have read the manga, but to be honest, I'm not really much of a manga collector. I mean, I do have manga, but I'm not like a big time manga reader because I feel like there's no much time to read it, to read the manga. Besides, and even I do try to read manga, I have to go through all these stupid sus websites that has pop-ins, and I have to turn on VPN. I don't want to go through all that nonsense. But but you know what? So yeah, as I watch the show, there's a part when somebody. This might be a little spoiler. If you don't watch the show, I'm that watch the show because I'm not gonna be like spoiler free. This is not a spoiler free review. I'm sorry, but there's a character said the straight up said, "I'm a dealer, the dealer," because uh because they say that they get killed for it. So that got me all kinds of theory stuff going on in my head. As soon as that character say, "I'm a dealer," and they got killed for it, so it makes me think there's some people in these games are game dealers because I get the weird feeling there's some weird stuff going on with these characters. I feel like there are some characters that are dealers because I am suspicious. I mean, they're just theories. I get a feeling they're not correct because as soon as I watch something like season two, I think my theory will be wrong. But I don't. But I want to say this right now. I can't be the only one who's thinking about this theory. I bet there's other people out there online or going on Twitter or going on blog websites to talk about this series and have theories that some of these characters are game dealers. They're to pretend to be players, and that's, in my opinion, and that's interesting. Makes the story interesting because I got so many crazy theories that I want to say. Like, They're like, well, what if the people are getting forced to be a gang dealer because they discover something they're not supposed to, and then the game masters is like, okay, you caught us. We're the game masters, but is it because you caught us? You have no choice but to work with us now. You have to be the gang dealers because you don't do what we said, we're gonna have you all killed. But and to me, this is a theory. So I get the feeling that either some of them are are uh are agreed to be game users, I mean game dealers. Sorry about that. And some of them are forced to be game dealers because I feel like though in the second episode when the two horse people were our taggers, it turned out they turned out to be forced to do it to be taggers because if they don't they die, but they die anyway because the other players win the game. So yeah, I'm actually curious about this whole like who is so which one of these people are a traitor and which one of these people are game dealers and reporting to the game deal to the game the masters. Oh, so 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 the yeah, it's a good chance that the game dealers pretend to be a player to see if the to make sure the game goes well what the game players want. That's my theory, and I think there's at least four characters that are probably gang dealers. I mean, much I want to say their names, I'm not good at pronouncing certain Japanese names, but I will call them by the nicknames I give them. I think I start with uh, Shibuki. I get my theory that she's a game dealer because there's some things that make her suspicious. I don't know if she's like that only in the live action version or both anime and the manga version. But I get the feeling that she's a game dealer and she's probably being forced to be a game dealer. Because there are some things that's questionable that she did. So once again, I'm gonna focus on what she did only in the live action because, especially in that part when Arsu and everybody's playing the game with the gear and they can't take off the headbands because if they do, there's a good chance it's gonna blow and they're just gonna die and everybody else get to live. So I thought there's some things about her that is very suspicious about Shibuki. There's really some things, certain things that maybe cause me to think that she's a game dealer. So so I know she died, but it doesn't change the fact that she's probably one of the game dealers. Not mention that world they're in has got some weird timeline going on. So it makes me think that maybe she survived these two, you know, two life or death games. It's really strange how this works. So yeah, that's my theory about Shibuki. That she's one of the gang dealers, and it's kind of it's this thing that she feel like she needs to stay with our Arsu's group because if because this is a game about survival, right? She could have easily not give a darn about what Arsu and everybody else is doing. She can easily just move on to the next game, or as soon they're done, she just leaves. But yeah, I don't know why I'm very suspicious of this woman. I'm very suspicious of her. There's some things that's not right about her, you know. And there's a few characters that I think are also gang dealers. So once again, I don't know how to pronounce their names, so I'm just gonna pronounce know them by the nicknames I give them. So it's easier for me to remember these characters. I think uh Pretty Boy Hootie Guy is also a game dealer because you know if you notice that so if you some of these characters freaked out every time they're in a life and death game, this guy is usually really strangely calm. And I feel like this is like way more than this. Oh, is this part of his character? Like something's really strange is going on with this guy, and I feel like he can't be trusted. I get to be that my theory that he's also a game dealer, and he's not forced to be one. He agreed to it. I can't put my finger on it, but I get it. It's just my theory. The pretty boy hoodie guy is I get the feeling that he's up to something, and I'm not surprised for anyone who watches the show. He gets the more attention. Shoot, he probably got already got attention when people read the manga. So I'm not surprised people I probably got excited to for this character because wherever Pretty Boy's up to, it can't be good, and I think he's gonna do whatever it takes to screw over you know Arsu and Yusagi, our main protagonist, because this dude got screen main antagonist. So yeah. So what you guys think about this show so far? Honestly, I think it's good because I think I think they put some things that is the source material to the manga. Even there's some scenes, you know, some scenes are probably uh, 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 are not there in the manga. I still think they do a great job for this sort of series. Because once again, I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be like, the anime is better than the live action. No, I'm not gonna think that and the manga is more superior. Because there's a good chance that the live action probably did something better than the manga and the anime version. in my opinion. So yeah, this is my my review for the show. So what do you guys think about this show? Did any of you watch it? What's the positive and the negative things that y'all like and don't like about this show? That's what I want to know. Cause once again I don't have expectations or low expectation of the show because I didn't read the manga, and I think the anime does now come out. The anime does come out, and it's 3 episodes so far, and so far I like it. And I have to say something real quick about it before I stop this video. The scene with Kawabe or Kawabu or whatever his name is. Um, that scene what he's giving his best bud Arshu, the main character, a speech about sacrificing his life for his. I think that scene in the anime makes more sense, than in the live action. Because I'm gonna say this right now, in that version, a little bit spoilers. Sorry about that. In that version, it didn't make sense because they gave Kawabe a girlfriend in that version. So it's almost like he has a reason why he's fighting survival because he wanted because once the game ends, when the world turns back to normal, because he wants to make sure his girlfriend's alright, and he was going to marry her. But I can see this one make less sense because he actually something to he's fighting for. The fact he just gave up right here, it doesn't make any sense because they gave him a girlfriend. But in the anime version, it makes sense for him to give up because he's just a bartender to him. He's just a bartender that just wanted to go to Australia, and farm over there, you know, and have his two of his buds over there, the Kota and Arsu. Now that's the only difference I'm gonna give y'all. And forgive me, I know I said I won't put it some spoilers, but I guess I had to put at least a little bit of spoilers. But once again, I'm not gonna say all the details of the stories because once again, some of you, if you don't want to know what's going on with this story, it's your choice whether y'all want to watch it or not. I don't think this, to me, in my opinion, I don't think this live action is that bad. It really isn't. Because it could be worse. They could have hired an American director to do a live action. And yeah, we all know how this happened. You know, I mean, for example, Dragon Ball Z, Death Note, and Cowboy Bebop. They're probably the worst sample of live action from American directors. They're the worst ones. So yeah, So yeah, this is Lolly Slither, and I'm out.